Did you think that Midjourney was going to turn you into Pablo Picasso or Vincent van Gogh? Ooh la la, I'm a painter. With these tips and tricks, I'll show you how to go from this to this. Let's get right into it. Here are 5 ways to get the most out of Midjourney, or MJ as I like to call it. Number 1 is you can use an image as a base in MJ and it will create new images based on this prompt. So you can go onto the internet and find any image. For instance, I've come to Unsplash, which is a collection of free to use images. I found one. Make sure you open it in a new tab by right clicking and going open image in a new tab. Then you take the URL and pop it into Midjourney. Come on Midjourney, show us what you can do. And all you have to do with this is type in your command, imagine, insert the URL, and we're off to the races. Here are the options that Midjourney presented from this URL. From that, I chose to upscale one of these, and we now have this rather surreal, beautiful Icelandic coastal scene. I upscaled that once more, and now we have this wonderful visage. Number 2 is redo, redo, redo. A wonderful thing about Midjourney is you can ask it to repeat from the same prompt and it will output completely different results. For instance, I've just asked it to do this URL again and we have 4 completely new options for an Icelandic coastal scene with a beautiful lava beach. I think it's time to head to Reykjavik. And just to show you the power of redoing an image with the same prompt, here are a few more from exactly the same prompt. So these are all variations on chromatic neon blobs. And the beautiful thing about this and the power of Midjourney is being able to create so many iterations so quickly, and the skill comes in using your taste to ascertain what is the most aesthetic, what is the most pleasing, which meets your requirements the best. And from that, you can create more variations and more acutely define your taste and vision. So you can see in Midjourney, the way to redo very quickly is just to tap on this little icon after you've got a result. Another great tip in Midjourney is to make sure you understand different styles. In Midjourney, there is a library that presents you with a lot of different artistic styles and artists, which you can use to prompt Midjourney. Let's take a look at a few of these in closer detail. We have famous artists. So you can take these styles, you can literally tap on a card, come back to Midjourney, put in your imagine prompt and add in the name of the artist that you want. And then you can add in a sausage chandelier and you wait to see what comes up. The next tip is to look for your inspiration in diverse places. Behance is a site for artists and designers to share their work. I highly recommend it for getting inspired. Like this beautiful, intricate 3D renderings are magnificent. I love it. Thank you so much. Jingdao Ziji will give you a little follow. So shout out to this bad man. Another great site is Dribble. I've been posting on here and using this community of designers for years and years. Here is some of my old design work. And finally is Unsplash, which is a photographic collection of open source images shared freely by the photographic community. You can definitely use this for inspiration. Now, if you want to get down to the nitty gritty and make the most of Midjourney, you have to understand how the algorithm works in more detail and how to harness it using prompts. It's a little bit like knowing the secret commands. MJ, sit. Good, MJ. MJ. So, some of the cool things here is understanding how to use prompts correctly. It shows the correct way to use a prompt is to first put the image URL, second to put in any keyword text prompts, and thirdly add parameters, which can include which of the algorithms to use, which aspect ratio to output the image to. So let's go through a little bit of this. A really important thing is understanding how to use aspect ratios. So if you don't just want the standard 1:1 square image that Midjourney puts out, you can type in --AR space and then the aspect ratio for what you would like. So if you're creating perhaps a vertical image for mobile phone, or if you're creating a widescreen image for a video, these are the options to use. It's really interesting actually to see the variety and how changing the aspect ratio changes the content with the prompt too. And finally, one of the limitations of Midjourney is the maximum size you can have an image upscale to, which outputs itself to about 2000 by 1000 pixels. But you can use another artificially intelligent tool called let'senhance.io to upscale those images again. You can double the sizes of images easily without losing any quality. You can see that I have been upscaling some of my artworks here. So now that they are higher resolution, higher quality, and you can print them and put them on your wall, you lovely little artista. So there we are, 5 ways to get the most out of MJ. Let me know your tips in the comments below. And remember, keep pushing MJ to its limits. Let's see what we can create with this marvelous new tool that has allowed human creativity, new worlds to express itself within. I'm Samson Volves, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, why not stick around for more videos on AI, art, and design. Have a delightful day.